Good morning. It's the first day of September. We are back on the farm. First of all, I'd just like to apologise for the random editing on the last video. It may seem to slightly random. The way I had the video planned out was that I would set up the farm as I sort of would any gameplay that I start, get the machinery that I want, set up the buildings that I want, and initially I then buy the animals after I've started getting things full. It wasn't until after I'd started that I'd realised that the cows were in, the money started running down, and we had things we needed to get on with. So, our animals are in full health, we have food in, we have water in, they're producing milk, and we have the babies. We have some contracts available on fertilising that we're definitely going to be taking advantage of. And we also have a fertiliser spreader on lease. So let's go pick that up. Alright, so I am seeing a little bit of lift on the front of that trailer. I'm assuming this is quite heavy, so once we've got this loaded in, it's definitely going to kick us over. So let's go ahead and we'll actually buy ourselves a weight. Let's just be safe and get like a ton do. And then that way, once this is full, we will tipple over. Perfect. We have the silo back at the farm. Let's go ahead, get back, fill this up. We will have to take a loan. Hopefully we can pay it back. Alrighty, so we are back at the farm. Let's go ahead and get this open. I'm just going to go ahead and take a 20 grand debt. Fertilizer is quite expensive. I do understand we still have this loan we need to pay back, but sometimes you got to spend money to make money. So let's borrow 20 to get us 20 grand. See where that gets us in regards to fill. %. And another 1,320 brings us 10,000 litres. Okay, let's take some contracts out and get this money paid back. So my first instinct is to just do these two biggest. Let's see where's closest, 1 or 30. So 1 is this big one here. So I guess if we ever wanted to expand out here to buy this would be beneficial. And up and down will be easier. Let's start with 1, see how far we get. Accept. Let's head over.
Sometimes I feel like there's just no way to face another one night stand with a big smile when I play, sing those happy songs I sing as we travel place to place.
Awesome. Right, I am going to start a course play up, not to use it, not to use a worker. We are going to try and do this ourselves to save some money, but just to give me a guide on whereabouts to drive. Try and save some of this precious fertilizer.
Making back road noise, let them hang out on Friday, get wild with the boys, let them go to the woods in the cold, painted town girl. Let everything inside these county lines be his whole world. You want him to grow up to be someone.
Alright, we've set a worker onto this field just so we can set up some more contracts. We're going to use the borrow contracts, we're going to utilize that so that we can go ahead and make some money. So the first two that pop up that I am all over, these two for cultivating, 28 and 13. So first I'm just going to say which one's closest to us. Let's go ahead and choose 28, borrow the contract to that, pick up the equipment, and go ahead and get our work set up. What a lovely tractor this is. I am digging the all black. If I was to have a farm, like, this is the type of tractor that I would want. All black, clear interior. Let's have a look at this. Ooh, look at this. Very nice. Very nice. Lovely. Right, so we need to be heading over to field 28. So we need to come out here, make a right, pass our field, and then we're going to go all the way up through 29. I think that's how you get through to 28. I don't think there's a cutway through there, so let's go down and work our way back. I do not see a clear path through 29, so let's see if we can go around. Opening. This fella is also here making us some money, getting this fertilized. We should be sat at about 50% on that job now. 72. We have this ploughing contract for 23. It's got quite a nice header. Let's go ahead and get this set up as well. Easy peasy. Look at this beast. This is a book. So that'd be too hard. Too tight, man. This is a beast. Look at this bad boy. cheeky GPS on there. Red interior. Which way you going, Chris? Very nice.
Shit, I'll tell you what. You better get up on this truck. It's country boy living here, baby, man, yeah?
Roll the dice anytime I feel lucky. Scared money don't make no money. Yeah, she can be a playboy bunny, but I don't want her if she ain't country. I love a southern accent. I love a girl that thinks a truck is full of mud attractive. I need a girl that's got a jump just to fit her ass in. Every pair of those.
Awesome, so we are on 30, which is just over here. Slightly bigger field, technically. Hopefully we have enough in the tank. Statistically we should. Because they say this was 40%. If that's a little bit bigger, ideally it should be 60% in theory, maybe. I guess we'll find out. I'll start this. Guy off. Oh, fuck that. I'd probably end up coming over here, getting this finished off myself. Just to save him the fertilizer. He'll waste on certain areas. I see like a long here, up here. So I will probably just come over and take over that mission, that contract in a minute. So let's just check on what we've got these guys doing. So cultivating, doing a fantastic job of it. Ploughing. Doing a fantastic job of it. Awesome. So I've just come back over to the farm just to update you on something that I may not have covered properly in the last video. Just wanted to highlight some of the things that I ended up buying. So I bought a silo. I realised that when I wanted to store some things that I'd overbought on, which was the mineral feed, and I overstocked on the silage, I realised I had nowhere to put anything. So I went ahead and got us a wooden multi-fruit tower silo. I think it goes with the aesthetic very well. And we've got multiple things in this untraditionally. It's quite a nice little silo. This is our TMR mixer. I chose to get it in brick. We've still got some materials left in there, and because we haven't got anything on stock, I have been having to buy it, but we've definitely been making some good TMR, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner. That is definitely churning away. Over here, we actually bought a multi-fruit or whatever buying station. I needed straw and other things, and instead of being a realistic farmer and taking the trailer over to the shop, buying straw to put in here, I did cheat and buy this. And this is our fermenting silo. Put grass, hay, straw, whatever we've got left over. I pop it in this. It's going to go ahead and make a silage, which we can use in our TMR. We can also sell the silage, the loose silage as well, if needs be, to make on profit. Again, I'm not sure how realistic this is. In theory, in my opinion, it could be realistic. I don't see why it wouldn't. But I'm not 100% sure. It could be unrealistic. Maybe when down the line, if anybody complains about it, I will change it out. I do think that this is one of the things that I want to change out and obviously start carting things back into. The issue that I had is we didn't have much material to cart back into. I ended up spending a lot of money on the buildings that we'd set up to make an income, as I didn't realise we already had 50 cows in stock. I ended up buying the forage harvester and our mower on sale. I then spent, 40 grand or something on these greenhouses to get us an income of the lettuce, tomatoes and the pumpkins, which are coming in season now. Then I also went ahead and dropped some money on the bees that I set up. I opted to get the bigger bees, the bigger bee houses, which is, I think I calculated that one of these was 3 of the biggest in-game versions, which has, yes, give us lots of honey, which we are here to sell, but that also cost a lot of money. And then I also went ahead and bought the gator to help us with little around the farm jobs. I don't think this is an official gator because it's got the 6 wheels, but I'm gonna call it a gator. For the gator, we bought the back bale container, or the bale backlift, and then we also went ahead and bought the liquid tank for filling up our various liquid troughs. We also have the water trough in the cow shed that needs filling up as well, so we need to make sure that this is full at all times. As we saw in the last video, if these health get any lower, these guys will not do their job properly, and that is basically all we need them for. So let's go ahead and check in on our fertilizing contract, see where he's up to, and give him some help. So once this guy's hit around to the start point over here, I'm going to take over the job and start going up and down myself just to save on fertilizer. We're already coming up to 40% on this, and the workers, as great as they are, they do waste a lot of material. On corners they slow down a lot, they overlap, it's not precise. I should really start playing with Precision Farmer to sort of up the level, I guess, of the game. It's a lot more precise and realistic. You know, you add liquid fertilizer for certain things, you add solid fertilizer for other things, making sure you're using manure and things like that, and everything has its purpose, everything does a different job, you know. But I've actually not explored with it much, to be honest, since it came out. When Precision Farming came out, everybody complimented it a lot, but for myself, it was so glitchy. You know, crops weren't doing anything, and not in a, oh, he planted it wrong type of thing, in a sort of, they just weren't growing at all, ever. You know, it wasn't anything that I was doing. I was following the game to a T. They just weren't growing. I even went in maps that already had crops planted, and they just didn't grow. So I deleted Precision Farmer, got rid of that. But it's to my understanding that Precision Farmer will help me out a little bit in regards to this this issue that we're having and overusing the fertilizer itself. I'm definitely gonna need to restock this guy. Oh, way off, Chris. Oh, how people will criticize me of my driving abilities. I'm not perfect, guys. I feel like Jeremy Clarkson. I don't know why I'm driving like this and not in the middle like a real person. Come on, Chris. Focus. Oh, boy's done. Amazing. So, 28. 6.5 grand in the bank. Let's get these done and see what time it is. I think there's a way that I can change the... Probably have to turn it off to change the spread width. So I'll be coming to a big bit now anyway. I'll definitely turn it down for these little bits here and there. Try and save on fertilizer, run it 20%, and I think we still have like 20% of the field left. I'll check in just a second. Awesome, so let's have a look at this. Spread width. How do I change it? Vehicle, player, vehicle. Change work with Control Z. Now can I change it on the fly? I can. That definitely helped us out in regards to saving material. Perfect. Awesome, so this half of the field is complete. I'm just going to leave them little strips here and there. Let's go work on the other one. So back at full capacity. Maybe 3 runs. We should definitely have enough. 42 meters, maybe about there. That'll do. First person, 42 meters, maybe about here. See how far off we are. Oh, so close. I think we were there. I think we just went off beat a little bit. Contract for field 30 is complete. We still have 15%. Amazing. So 30, 40 grand-ish in the bank. Take that. 20. Let's see if we've got any maps. Any fields close to home. 26, 27, and 20. 26, 27, 26, 27. And 20 and 41. If we accepted all of them and went and filled up the tank, I'm betting we could complete this field, that field, that field, and that field, and still have fertilizer left over. To maybe complete 8. We maybe complete 8 if we've got enough fertilizer up here. So let's go ahead and start taking some of these. So we'll start with these 2. Accept and accept because they're right next door to each other. head back to the farm, fill up the fertilizer spreader, head over to our first 2 contracts, and then we should be able to go ahead and start making some money. $18,166. Right, let's start heading over to our field. I think the entrance is over here, according to the map. Let's see, I think we'll do 26 first. Maybe we can sneak through.
Trucks making back road noise. Let them hang out on Friday, get wild with the boys. Let them go to the woods in the cold, painted up camo green. The bread is on the table 'cause the farmer grew the wheat. That's how the farmer feeds the world. The farmer gets up early every day to do the chores, like milk the cows or plow the cornfield in the great outdoors, or plant those good potatoes that'll soon be in the stores. That's how the farmer feeds the world.
So this piece of machinery that I have on the back, it's supposed to be a tedder. It looks more like a windrow to me. The difference is the tedder kicks up the grass. Essentially helps it to dry out and it turns into hay. The windrower pushes the grass into one line. I would say that this looks like a windrower. I bought it from the Tedders department, but section, should we say? Just yeah, just cut it out. Let's go and pick up our original mower. I'm going to use the grass on this to turn to hay, so that we can get some more materials inside our TMR maker. Ironically, take the grass from the cows to feed the grass to the cows. Let's put that back in. So it's looking as though our work's been put off by the rain. Obviously, in-game, it's not obvious, I apologise. In-game, we could technically ted this grass, get it dried out and picked up as hay, even in the rain. But I'm not going to. I'm going to leave this here for the day. We've managed to pay back some loan, make some money. We've got some fertiliser sitting over here in our grassland as well, that we can either use or sell. We've started producing some things in our greenhouses. Our first pallet of tomatoes has come in. We're waiting on our first pallet of pumpkins to spawn. We have some extra pallets of honey that spawned today. And here we have our leftover fertiliser, ready to be sold or used or whatever the case may be. Looking at our money statistics, we've made quite a bit of money today. Contracts, we've made 113,000, over 113,000 on income. Now we did have to spend about 40 grand on fertiliser and then we have obviously spent some wages as well. But we've done really well. I made some money, started making a bit of a comeback from our minuses on our first month. I'm hoping this is edited a little bit better. I guess we'll find out once I've completed it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you follow along on how we make our farm more profitable and our farming simulator experience. For now, I'm going to get in out of the rain, wait for it to stop, and then we can continue on. Thank you.